This is Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do a tutorial on my sweet treat boxes. I want to kind of show you how I put them together and all the little different tricks that I kind of do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've tried this video 3 times and it keeps cutting off on me. So if it cuts off, I'm just going to do a second video, but this might take a two-part because I want to show you how I come up with the box, how to measure and do your own box, because you can do these any size you want. They can be taller, wider, a lot bigger, wider this way. This one's an inch. I've been doing them an inch and a quarter. I have done a few inch and a half. So really it's up to you, your own personal preference. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to give you the measurements again. This right here, this one that I'm going to do, I went ahead and ran it through my brick. I have a brick embossing folder, but if you don't, you don't have to. It's just what I did. On the other ones, I did it very lightly and you couldn't really tell, so I was trying to do these ones a little bit thicker, where it shows a little bit more, but you can leave them plain. I have done some where they're off-white and then I did ink with a brush, like a mauve color or whatever, or brown, whatever color you want. Okay, so I'm going to give you the measurements again. And this part right here, I cut 4, and they're 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Then I do my box, which is this right here, and that is 4 3/4 by 9 1/2. I score at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 by 7 3/4 by 9, and then I turn it and do the bottom for 1 1/4. Your bottom should always be the same size as your sides. Okay, just a rule of thumb. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the box together and then kind of go a little bit with the windows and stuff, and then I'm gonna do another tutorial, part 2, to go into more detail of how I did the box and my windows. Okay, so I did do the other one already for time purposes. And so all you do, I like to reinforce my boxes. So you just put glue and you sandwich these two together. And they are really easy once you get all your stuff together. I took out a lot of dies off my stash. I'm on a mission to use some of the dies that I've never used, and stamps, this year. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I've always wanted to do these. Okay. So I got these two together. So the best thing to do is put your box together with your base, because once you put your awnings and everything on, you kind of smash them. You don't want to smash your awning and stuff. Okay, so I forgot to bring my glue, but it's not going to matter, to highlight the blue. Do that later. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm sorry, I stepped ahead, is on the score line, this is your bottom, so you're going to cut straight on these, and then you're going to angle on these little flaps. These are going to turn in, and you're going to cut this little flap right here. I forgot that I already did that. Okay, so you're going to bring this over, and I've done this box lots and lots of times. I think I cut this one a little bit off. Okay. And I made a boo-boo here where I scored wrong, but it's going to be covered, so I'm not going to worry about it. I caught it and fixed it. So then you're going to put glue on your tabs, and then I put glue on the inside, and I put it along this little line right here. I don't know if you can see it, along this line right here, and just a little bit, and then across, and then this one on the outside, because this is going to flip in. This is going to go in like this. Okay, then you're going to just bring that over, and you're going to have your little flaps in there. So then you just get scissors or anything you have on hand, and oops, did I do this wrong? This looks shorter for some strange reason. I guess I've done this video a couple times. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on the clock. Okay, so then you're going to put glue all along, and you're going to put this on there like that. Okay. See, that's where you have to smash this down. And you don't want to have your awning and all your stuff on there, your windows and everything, and have to smash it down. So I found that this was easier to do. Okay. What I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to put my windows and everything, and then I'll stop the camera, and then I'll do it a part 2. Okay. What I did, since I have brick on this one, hope I'm not off camera. Okay, so I did some strips for the sides, which is 1 1/4, and I ran it through my brick, so that way all the sides are the same. Okay. And then you're going to cut this off. I didn't cut them. I probably should have. So just put the sides. That way the box is the same all over. Cut that crooked. Okay. Trying to check my time. It turned off on me in 25 minutes the last time. Then I was off camera a lot, so I decided to redo it. Okay, so this is how you put the box together. It's pretty easy once you get everything together. Okay, so there's your box. Okay, so let me check my time. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so we're gonna do the awning, and I scored the awning. I cut a piece of 1 1/2, and I think I cut this in a little shorter, like 1 1/4, and by 4 and 3/4. And then you score it at 3/4, and then 3/4 on this side. Okay. And I'm gonna, instead of doing it this way, I'm gonna, just so you can see how you do it. So this little 1/4 of an inch, you're gonna do a 1/4 of an inch here, score there, okay. And I'm gonna cut on the score line up to the 3/4 inch line, and then I'm going to angle it. This is gonna glue, this tab is gonna glue to your box. Okay, and I'll show you in a minute. And then you're just going to do a couple little tricks here. Okay. So once you get that cut, you're going to get the top part right here by your little tab. And you're going to bring that towards your score line. I'm just going to fold that. I'm going to just bring it over. It's going to make this little crease. You're going to fold. Okay. Then you're going to come, and you're not going to do it right at the point. You're going to go over. So you're going to go on your score line right here, and you're going to just cut at an angle. Kind of make like a X. See how I did that right there? I'm going to go straight out instead of doing it at an angle this way. Okay? Same thing. But you're going to go to your score line. Okay? So it's off a little bit there. Okay, so then you're going to take just a little bit off. You're not going to cut at the score line, you're going to cut just the little point, because this is going to be your glue tab right here. That's going to glue to your box. This is going to be glued to your box, and this little tab is going to be glued to your box, and these are going to be your sides. Okay, so what I did was, this one I think I'm going to make it into what am I doing? A hot cocoa cafe. And if you want to do, let's say, a toy store, you can do, just really look at, these are all scraps, so just really look at all your scraps that you have. This one was too short to fold in, so that's why I didn't use this one. But I thought this matches perfect, and you can do a lot of the pinks and different colors of red, and then put your little tag in the front. Excuse me. Don't have the water. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, that's what I need. When you cut these, sorry, I'm jumping ahead here. Okay, so I had showed you before, you put these through your machine, okay? And you're gonna cut that. Then these are nesting dies. So you're gonna have a smaller one. So you're gonna put this also, you're gonna cut this on your machine. And this is a little bit smaller than this. This is a 3" by 1.5. And you can cut this shorter if you want it. Kind of go with what you like. Okay, and then I just kind of did the blue ink on this one. Okay, so that's just going to be a little bit smaller. And this is going to get attached. This is going to be kind of like a roof line, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but I just wanted a different color. I mean, not run through the brick. So he's going to put this. Let me go get some water. Dimensionals on this. Okay, I'm back. I ate some peanuts before I did this, and that was not a good idea. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put this first. I have to get a little cough drop. Okay, so I'm going to take my dimensional tape off. I just like to have a little dimension on there. It's really up to you. Okay, so you're going to put glue on this tab. I do the tab first before I do the sides. And that's why I said if you want to do this a little shorter, if you want your awning higher, because I lean this on this little piece right here. See, right there. I lean it up against it. Okay, and then you're going to make sure that is down. Okay, now you're going to do your awning. And then you're going to bring this in. Just hold them for a little while. I'm not going to put my sign because I wanted to put, I just did my words again, but I should have put Hot Cocoa Cafe or something like that. And I didn't. And so I wrote it in, but I don't like that one. So I'm going to have to redo. I want to do some other ones anyway, so. Okay, so there's your, and at this point you can put, I got my Martha Stewart punch, and this is the lattice punch, and you can cut this off and you can add it to your the bottom of this, and you can do it before too. So that's how it's gonna look. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'll go ahead and do it off camera, but I just cut these little pieces off and then glued it to the bottom. And then I think it takes like 2 on the side. Okay, and I'll do that later because I'm gonna do a second tape. Okay, so you can do your letters. I'm gonna show you what I do real quick. I do on my computer, I get on Word, and I do 3 columns, and then I type up whatever wording I want, and I do different fonts, different sizes. Sometimes I'm not sure, and so like I did the hot cocoa, I did large, and then I did some small ones. I guess I didn't bring them. I do some that say open, Shabby Chic Tea Room, Sweet Shop, Santa's Workshop, just because I am going to do some small ones, so I did some little ones. And then I run them through my copier and I do the cardstock, but I do them on regular paper so I can save it and then run them whenever I want. And if I like the font, this font, the fancier one, I go to the library because mine doesn't do the fancy, so that's what I do. Okay, and what I do for my open, the word open, I have this little punch, but you can cut it out any way that you want. Okay, and then I'll put it on gold foil. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the second video, but I'm gonna show you my windows. Okay, let me see if I can bring all my stuff forward. Some of my stuff in the doors, and I think that's all I'll do for right now, and then I'll do the second video. Okay, so a lot of you saw, like, this one has this window pane. Oops, how come okay, there. Okay, this little window pane, and that is from the Tim Holtz die. It's a house die to use in all his houses. And if you don't have that, and I'm going to show you how I did this little red trim. Okay, and so these are my dies. Okay, and I don't remember where I got some of these. I think this is a gingerbread house, and this one, I think it goes to the Gable house. I'm not sure. So, but this is the one I use. Okay, and then this is the Tim Holtz. I use this die also. This is for a purse, I think, and these are the doors. This is a buckle that is for gift card holder purse. Okay, and I use that on this one of these the doors. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I do. Where's my die? Okay, so I put my die on a piece of paper and I make sure that I have a lot of excess, a little bit of excess on it, left on it. Okay, so that I ran this through. Since I don't have like the double side, like 2 pieces of nesting die for that, so then I just cut it as thick as I want it. That's why I leave a lot on here, just to see. Okay, then I kind of making a frame. There's a little score line here, but I didn't go that small, so I'm going a little bit over. I'm trying to do this without putting my head forward. Okay, so that's one of my windows. So this one right here doesn't have a frame, but this fits right there. So I'll put this first. I'll put acetate on the back of this. Then I put this down. And then I put this over it. Okay. And then I'm going to show you the door. The door cuts out. This is, I don't know, it's a door, and then it's got this little middle part. But this is the part that gets cut out. Okay, then I get a piece of paper. What do I do with mine? And I will do a line and then cut it out. And this is my inside of the door. Okay, let me see if I find it, because I already cut my door. Ooh, no. What did I do with it? I just had it. 2 seconds. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, this is what I did. So I cut my door. I got my piece of paper that goes inside, because this is going to get glued to this. Okay, but I wanted a little window. I couldn't find anything small enough, so this is a buckle that goes to a purse. Goes to this purse right here, and this is that little buckle. So I use that because it's going to cut out the whole thing right here. So that's exactly what I did. So here's my buckle. Okay, I don't need that, but I wanted a window. Okay, so now I'm going to put acetate on this window, and I will glue this to that. And I'm going to check my time. Hold on. Okay, and I think I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to do the second video. I'm going to put all this stuff together, and then show you how I put it on my little box, okay? And I will, this will be part, this is one, and then I'll make a part two, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you continue to watch the other part. Thank you. Bye-bye.